R&B Money. We up. Tank. J Valentine. We are the authorities on all things R&B.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tank.
J Valentine.
This is the R&B Money Podcast.
Yeah.
The authority on all things R&B
Tour.
Tour. Yeah. Yeah. We just wrapped up the R&B Money Tour,
Yeah.
which was incredible. Shouts out to DJ Fly Guy, Carl Thomas,
Yes.
Keri Hilson.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about the stage right now, guys. J Valentine.
I popped up a couple
Come
times.
on now. Lonnie Burell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dave Hollister, who graced the stage at one point.
Stage, yeah.
Omarion graced the stage at one point.
Yeah.
And me.
Yeah, shout out to you, brother.
Shout out, man. Shout out to me.
Shout out to me.
Me for being me. And shout out to our partners, Live Nation.
Yeah.
Live Nation Urban.
Yeah.
Sean G and his whole team, man, just came to the table and blessed us with a moment.
Yeah, absolutely, man. They were amazing partners.
Yeah.
They were amazing partners, man. Mari, Janice, Jasmine,
Come on now.
Talib. I know I'm forgetting some people.
The Chrome Eyewear Master.
yeah.
he's got
Then our team, the
Hold on.
merch meet and greet.
Hold on. Let me.
You know what I mean?
Because I want to make sure we say all the names. You know, I got a list of names here.
Okay.
That that I wanna go down just to make sure we don't mess this up. Luis Torres.
Yeah. Come on, Lulu. Come on, Lulu.
Road manager extraordinaire, tour manager extraordinaire.
Yeah.
Hold on. So let's give him this information. For all those who don't know, this wasn't like a regular artist go on tour thing.
No.
No.
No. Let's give the information. Come on.
This wasn't, Tank, you getting paid this much. This is your set time.
Right.
Be here at this time. Do your thing, and good luck. God bless you. Good night.
I would like to say it was buying a new house in every city and having to furnish it.
Wow. Wow. Get the cable.
Yeah. You got to turn all the lights on.
Turn the DWP.
Man, and put it in your name.
And put it in your name.
You have to put it in your name.
That is a great analogy.
Yes, that's what.
That is accurate of what we had to do in every.
And that's what it is when you have your own tour. When it's your turn to have your tour, which you and I have been talking about for years, about you doing your run and you choosing who you wanted to be on that run with you, choosing your partner who you wanted to, partner with. And this was a, it was a learning experience.
It was a master class.
Absolutely a master class.
And I know touring. I've been touring for a long time, but I've never had to do everything. On a tour.
Yeah.
Like we're getting down to the nuts and bolts from local hires. To catering.
Because you got to make sure that Big Shot got that lamb chop.
You got to make sure Shot got that lamb. I got to make sure the locals got lunch.
Yes.
And all of these are things that we have to pay for.
Everything, from down to the what they say when the artist wants a red or a green M&M, Tank got to pay for that.
I got to pay for those red and green M&Ms.
Yes.
So. This wasn't what you think it was. This was a real business venture, and us standing in a place where we can now run anybody's tour.
Yeah. So it made it where we're able to have R&B Money tours. Ultimately, If we choose to.
If we choose to.
If we choose to.
You can, Live Nation can call us and say, hey, we got X, Y, and Z artists going out.
Yes.
We need somebody to run it.
And it can be an R&B Money
It could be an R&B Money team.
Yeah.
Run the whole thing from top to bottom.
We can say we've done that.
We've done that. We're ready to do more of it, which is just now adding to our cachet of
all things.
Of all things R&B. You know what I'm saying? And now as we gear into the R&B Money Festival and all of these cool things that we're doing, we're ready.
Live events. So yeah. You're doing a roll call. You're doing
roll
a roll
call.
call.
Let's start again. Luis Torres, hermano, road manager, tour manager. He had 2 jobs.
He might have more.
He had like 6 jobs on this tour. I'm gonna just say your name again because your name's on the list. J Valentine.
Yes.
The J Valentine that wouldn't come to any of the meet and greets.
I came.
And I had to answer all the questions. Where's Jay? Have you seen Jay? Is Jay coming?
I went to
You think Jay is gonna come?
I went to Las Vegas. I went to the Las Vegas meet and greet.
Thanks. Richard Big Shot Brown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Security stage manager.
Yeah. Held the whole tour down.
Yeah.
He wasn't letting nobody get nowhere close to nobody. And mind you, this tour ran on time. Yes.
Not nobody's time, not nobody's colors time.
Yeah.
Time's time. Because again, this is our tour.
Right.
Any bit of overtime comes out of.
Which we experienced. We did experience that. Come on, before we go to the next person, you want to talk about that?
It's out of my pocket.
How that goes?
Listen, there's a load in, which can trick you off.
What?
We were late for 1.5 load ins, maybe.
Yeah.
1 or 2 load ins. Cost me.
At least a Kia. At least a Kia Sportage or something cost you.
Then
for sure.
We didn't have any late loadouts.
No.
No late loadouts.
We got out of every building.
We got out of every building on time. Yeah. Even with our meet and greet. But that load in costs, and what's crazy is that load in costs, that one day that we missed that load in time, it was on all of us too.
Yeah.
So it cost me, I think, Keri and Carl. Me more heavy, of course. But so again, we're responsible for everything in this house, in every city, and it has to be on time. Outside of that one mishap, 1.5 mishaps maybe.
Yeah, learn from the mistake.
Perfect tour.
Yeah.
Perfect tour. All right. Ariel Griffith. Smirch. It's my dog.
Made sure we were straight out there.
She made sure the merch, you know what I'm saying, was moving. She was talking to the people. She's also Snacks the Third. She Snacks the Third. Shot is Snacks the Second.
Right.
Of course, I'm Snacks Senior.
Yeah. And
she came on in and was very well versed in the 2024-2025 snacks. I respect her.
So this is like a real thing, like how Baby D said. It's always a new snack. Because I'm not really a snack person like that. So
she brought me some gummies. I'm not gonna tell you what they are. But she brought some gummies to the table.
Okay.
That were exquisite.
High level
gummies.
High level gummy. Okay.
And it's not known to drug gummies. Candy gummies. All right, here we go. Nathaniel Keys, playback guy.
Yeah.
Kenneth Hamilton.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
Lighting tech. Jazada Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? VIP. Corey Owens.
Yeah.
My brother who makes sure to, because my Sprinter was out on the road. That was my Sprinter.
Moving and grooving.
A good investment.
Yes. Yeah. Great investment.
I think
you should buy a tour bus now.
Corey drives that Sprinter like a Lamborghini.
Yes, he does.
You have to tell Corey, hey man, slow this motherfucker down. You hitting these corners too motherfucking hard, baby.
But yeah, I think you should buy a bus now.
I think so too.
Yeah,
I think so too.
That's the next.
Yeah. Sanford Trey Henderson, Video Tech.
Come on, Video Tech.
Come on. Jimmy Park, production audio technician. Henry Nesbitt, monitor engineer, and he had a birthday and lost his mind.
Man,
your fault.
You gonna blame? You know what? I was hyping him. I was hyping him. He had a good time.
We told him it was a show night. We said, "Hey man, beverages on us," and he began at the meet and greet. And
he was lit on that bus.
And Jay proceeded to put the battery in his back and made sure he felt as gangster as he needed to feel.
I had a whole playlist. I'm pretty sure Ariel has the videos.
Oh, by the time I got out of the bunk, he was literally leaning sideways with his glasses on his chin and his mouth open, and he would not rise.
He had a good time.
He had a good time. Tobias Tankard Sr.
Yeah, Senior.
Production manager, front house engineer, and 6 more other things.
Yeah.
The big fella is just that's
he's the glue guy to the production.
That's my guy.
Yeah.
That is my guy. Precious J. Tankard.
Come on, Precious.
Come on, Precious. Assistant tour manager and more glue.
Yeah.
All things.
Yeah.
Just dope. I love Precious. Aisha Lee.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
Making sure the line was tight.
Edward Scissorhands.
And
she know why I call her that too. That motherfucker cut me.
I thought it was going positive.
It happens. I got soft skin. I thought
it was going positive.
That's my nigga though. That's my nigga.
Oh my god.
I walked up that motherfucker. It looked like I just fought a Thundercat. Man, I'm fucking bleeding, man.
Man. Oh, you stupid.
Shit.
Oh.
And she's pulling out all kinds of shit. This stop bleeding. Okay, this stops the bleed. I said, none of this shit stops the bleed.
Oh my God. Shout out to Ish.
Shout out to Ish.
My God, that's my dog. Grant. Okay, let me try and pronounce this.
Yeah, go ahead.
Kandurajan? Kandurajan? Grant Kandurajan?
I feel like that's
sound right. It sounds right.
Yeah, I feel like that sounds right.
Lighting director, absolute monster. And while I'm there at the lights, let me shout out Doblin Howard.
Yeah.
Who put all the expressions for me and lined it up on that LED wall.
Yeah.
Them graphics was heaven sent. And then let me shout out my brother Jacob, who actually filmed the live he's here. He's in the flesh. Filmed that live content that we put together. Man, just what a team. What a team. Rasan Alexander. That's his real name, but it's Fly Guy. Tour DJ. Talk about keeping the crowd warm.
Rocking.
Hot and moist.
Yeah. It was a full beef going on too.
Oh no, it was a full beef with DJ Marge. Yeah.
DJ Marge and Fly Guy.
It was a friendly beef, but it was
they was cracking.
Because he was Keri's DJ.
Yeah.
And he would do the thing before Keri and then it was great. We was keeping score.
Yeah, it was dope. It was really dope.
What an amazing moment, man. 2 great DJs, man. And shout out to the
DJ. DJs got to get the respect they deserve, man, in all facets of music, because it's not. I think it gets pushed into DJing is just a hip hop thing. It's not. That's an instrument. That's like playing a piano. That's like playing a guitar.
Yep.
If you can DJ, you have a special gift. You're a musician.
Absolutely.
And I think it needs to be spotlighted and highlighted even more because those moments would, let's keep it a buck, those moments would be dead moments over the change out or during the, You need that, and no, you can't just put on a playlist. Like, you need somebody hyping the crowd. You need that. You need to keep the energy up so that once the artists come on stage, the crowd is still ready to go. The
dead space is just not. It's just not good anymore. No. It's just not conducive anymore.
No.
You know, seeing. I mean, back in the day when we took DJ Mark the Spot.
Yes.
Was that Savage? Or Sex, Love, and Pain 2?
That was Savage Tour.
Yeah.
Savage Tour.
You know, and just having him there for that. You know what I mean?
That was huge.
And seeing it keep the energy.
Yeah. And
you know what I mean?
And shout out to Mark the Spot.
Yeah, keep people from getting impatient.
Right.
Or, you know what I'm saying?
Or like, getting lost on their phone. Because that's the biggest thing. Yeah, you have to keep the audience engaged.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you don't want to have to restart the car every time the next artist comes up.
And, you know, I'll get to that. No, let me get to it right now. And that's the thing when you're deciding who to go on the road with, right? Because you want to make sure that the artists going before you are keeping the people engaged.
Yeah.
Not rocking them to sleep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And raising those levels, each artist to get to the headliner.
Right.
And shout out to Keri and Carl for doing exactly that.
Oh, they was cooking.
David Harrison, tour bus driver.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? Yeah, why not?
Got us there safe.
Got to have some good drivers. Safe.
Yeah.
No accidents, no nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Travion Peterson, box truck driver. That's what all the shit is.
Yeah. The shit got to get there.
All the shit got there safe.
Yes.
Shout out to my brother Blas.
Okay.
Who, in the 9th hour,
what'd he do?
Came through with his personal LED wall.
For all to see.
For the low. For little to nothing. I paid less than what it costs for him to do what he does.
Right.
He did that as a family gesture for me. And he did it at a time where, you know, I needed something.
You needed it.
I needed it.
Yeah.
And he came in and helped fill that void. And in between him, right there, that lighting package, granting him lasers, and, you know, all these things coming together at the last minute that really made this show everything that I needed it to be.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a cost involved, but a necessary cost if you were at this tour.
Yeah.
We showed motherfuckers something.
Absolutely.
Got some more people on here. Carl Thomas, right? How about him? I think Carl Thomas, I love Carl Thomas. Of course, I've always loved him as an artist. I love his catalog. But I love Carl Thomas as a person.
Carl is cool as shit.
I like being on the road around. I like being around Carl Thomas.
Yeah. And you know, for me, this is the first time I've ever hung out with him. And honestly, when we did the tour photo shoot, was my first time ever meeting him.
Oh, okay.
I never met him.
I didn't know that.
Loved his music.
Mm-hmm.
Been a fan of what he does, but I never met him.
Yeah.
Not even in passing.
Okay.
So that's for crazy. Me, it was like, oh yeah. I really rock with this guy. I really rock with this guy, man.
Mama prayed for us.
Oh yeah, in Chicago.
Detroit.
Yeah.
All of us up there crying.
Yeah.
Feeling the spirit.
Oh, she prayed in Detroit too? You said?
No, Chicago.
Chicago. Yeah.
Prayed a powerful prayer.
Chicago was
covered us.
Was real.
She covered us.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mama Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
Auntie was there. Yeah. She was in on the prayer. Like, it was just like, you know, he definitely exemplifies, you know, the place that I come from, which is the church.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so that common bond between us was just like, it's just automatic, man. That's just a guy that I love to be around. I loved hearing Summer Rain. You know what I'm saying? I remember Joe Budden was like, nigga, what you gonna do when summer rain come on? I said, I'm going to dance.
And so did Carl.
Even in the meet and greets, when the summer rain would come on, I was like, oh yeah, it's time. And I just appreciate him His
Yeah,
catalog.
shout out to his team too.
His
Shout out
work.
to Carl's team.
Yeah, his team. I got him right here. Discovery Road Manager, Tyrone Irving.
Yeah, shout out to Tyrone.
His assistant, David Thomas, which I think is his son.
Yeah, it's his son.
That's his son, right? Yeah. David Thomas. And then, let's get into Keri's people.
Yeah.
Shout out to Keri, man. I don't know how long I've known Keri.
It's at least 20 years we've known Keri.
Keri wrote on Sex, Love, and Pain.
It feels like at least 20 years.
She should have 2 or 3 songs on Sex, Love, and Pain, but we ended up picking one for sure.
Yeah.
Keri wrote on Sex, Love, and Pain. And she was cooking back. I was like, what are you doing?
No, Pen is nasty.
She wasn't even in the game yet.
Right.
She was sitting on the bench trying to figure it out in between Polo and Tim. And I was like, you signed to them? Oh, you're going to be crazy.
Right.
And then for her to go on and then be that was
Yeah.
crazy. And then like, it was awesome to be part of her popping back out moment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like when you suggested it, it was like, oh shit, Keri would be awesome.
Yeah.
Because I felt like even online, and I told her this, I was like, something's going on online with you where everything that you're doing is working.
Yeah, they're reacting.
They're reacting.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, everything you post, the way you're looking, the way you sound, it is reacting. Like it is I don't know what's been going on before now, but right now feels like it's time.
Yeah.
And she was gracious enough to buy in, like, oh, I'm with it. Let's go.
Yeah, nah, she was extremely gracious, and I think she just, in my opinion, I just, like you said, it was about time.
Mm-hmm.
It was the right time, and I think it was the right space for her as far as this tour is concerning. Like, you know, it's one thing, and you know this by doing these shows. You do these shows, and you kind of got to pick what audience comes to these shows when it's 8 artists on these shows. Yeah. And these shows are really dope, but you kind of don't know who's coming for who.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And maybe they're just coming for the music, maybe, but like when it's condensed into a tour and it's, 2 or 3 artists, maybe 4 artists at the most, it's like no. Specific people come to see sets. You know what I mean? And you could see it in the audience, like the people that was ready for Carl Thomas, was ready for Keri Hilson. And obviously it's your tour, but there were people that were coming there that was like, yo, listen, I've been waiting to come see this artist in this type of space.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
I think it was or is a launching pad to everything new that Carl and Keri are about to do.
Right. I experienced it really heavy in the meet and greet. Where, first of all, people were taken aback by actually standing in front of Keri and looking at her. Literally at least 15, 20 times in the meet and greet. They're like, oh my God, you are gorgeous. Like they would look at her like, oh my God.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? Guys and girls. It's like, Jesus Christ. They didn't know. Right. They'd never been that close to her to really like see her that close, but absorb her energy, which is great energy, right? And of course, there were people who were like, I love you, Tank. I love you, Carl. But I'm here to see Keri. You know what I'm saying? It was that type of thing too. And it was like, that's what you want.
Yeah.
That's what you want. You want weighted people involved.
And I think that, ultimately when we were talking about going on tour, and how she came up, even just in conversation for the tour, was that it was that she just, in my opinion, she brought a different element.
Yeah,
she brought a different element. Obviously, she's a woman. It's 2 men on tour. That's one thing, but it's just her presence and her being, in my opinion, her being able to fill that space where it gives a different element of performance than the other 2 artists.
Completely different.
You know what I mean? And she brought them ladies out too.
And the way she rolled, even the way she rolled on the road, like people don't know that Keri's an athlete.
Right.
So she's like in that space, like behind the scenes, she's really one of us.
Right. No, and it's funny you say that, right? Because what happens with a lot of women in the game, it's harder to move them around as far as on the road because they, it takes glam and it takes, styling and all these other things that men, they don't really,
certain
like
things
we got on t-shirts right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But I knew from Keri's background, from her hustle, from her, like you said, growing up being an athlete and kind of just being game ready.
Yep.
I knew she was going to be able to do the tour without needing all of the other extra stuff that some artists, they lean on.
Mm-hmm.
Keri literally was backstage doing her makeup.
Doing it all. Cooking.
You know what I mean? Like, she was like, oh yeah, I'll be out there.
Yeah.
And that's unusual in the game.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
And obviously in this tour and what it, the requirements for this tour, we needed someone like that.
Yep.
It would have been tougher to do it.
Mm-hmm. Any other way. Yep. Al Jamal Jones.
Yeah. Al Jamal, Al Jeezy.
My guy.
Yeah.
What's my other guy? Harvey
Yeah.
Wilson Jr.
Yeah.
Security.
Yeah.
I love Harvey.
Harvey said he want to hoop too. Harvey said he want to hoop. He said
he don't want to hoop.
That's what he said. He want to hoop.
You don't want to hoop. Alfred Ellis. Was that Keri's production manager?
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
Alfred.
Yeah.
Throw Alfred in there. Let me see. Keri got some more people here. Atiba Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Edward Eddie Smith. Okay. Her box truck driver. Jonathan White. Production. And DJ and Marshall DJ Mars Thomas.
Yeah.
We just spoke about him. Let's see who else is on here. Can't forget my guy Lonnie Burell.
Come on, shout out to Lonnie Burell.
Shout out to my guy Lonnie Burell, man.
Come on, Logistics.
Logistics.
His original name.
Here's what's crazy. When we originally put the tour together and lined it up, I was like, okay, once we get into the costs of all of this, I think I'm gonna have to do this one by myself. I'm used to being on stage by myself, you popping out with me, and that type. I'm used to it, right? And Lonnie was like, "No, I get it. I understand, big bro. It's all good. You know what I'm saying?" So we go and do the Tom Joyner cruise. Mm-hmm. And I was like, "I'm gonna take you with me, Lonnie, to the cruise." And Lonnie gets on this cruise and proceeds to show me why
he got to go on tour.
I should not do this tour without him.
Yep. I remember you calling me like, Chief, taking Lonnie.
I got to Hey. And I said, it was to the point to where everybody was like, Lonnie's the MVP of the Tom Joyner. He just killed.
Yeah.
And our synergy was just so crazy. It was just like, it's gotta be this.
Yeah.
It's gotta be. And I said, listen, man, I got this much space and I got this much money left.
Right.
He said, I don't care.
Right.
Let's get it.
He's rocking.
He's rocking. And you can only hope and wish for something like that, especially with a guy that talented.
Right.
And that seasoned in this shit. Like he's a
pro.
Fucking pro.
He's a pro. And he knows I don't really ride the bus. So he was like,
he was just waiting.
Bump.
Hey, Lonnie gonna sniff out a bunk.
He like,
Lonnie like this.
Gee.
You ain't riding most of
I'm not getting
most of the tour, huh? And he's like, normally like somebody's next in line, but he went to you specifically. Jay told me that when he not here,
it's like when niggas done hooping. It's like, gave him a spot.
He gave me a spot.
Don't try to pick nobody else.
I'm next on the board. I know you next on the board, but he came to me. Jay said,
his spot.
I can take the bunk when he not. Hey, bro.
I think Lonnie had the bunk the whole tour.
Lonnie figured it out.
Yo, it was so funny. They thought we would. Because most, obviously, I don't think nobody other than me and Lonnie are from California that was on the road. Me, Lonnie, and Lulu. Mm-hmm. And everybody was like, wait, Jay, you get on the bus from Sacramento to San Francisco? I said, it's 80 miles, man. I was like, I'm not flying from Sacramento to San Francisco.
Right.
They was shocked.
See you on the bus.
I was on the bus, though, and that's when we was turned.
And I think that's everybody.
Yeah.
I think that's everybody from it. Shout out to, we said Talib.
If we forgot anybody, we apologize, but thank you.
We shouted out, yeah. I just think that, and shout out to all the venues, who hosted us. It was one of the things where, these venues really welcomed us, and set it out for us. Some more than others. Some venues we walked into and there was pictures on the wall, and it was like, it was just like, it was like really like laid out like our house. Shout out to those venues. But just the venues overall, man, and just in terms of making space for us, and just even their conversation afterwards, how impressed they were with not just the show, but our business. Mm-hmm. Like they would go to Lulu and say, "Hey, man, we'll work with you guys anytime."
Anytime, yeah. I think it's because, and this is something that the advice I would give to all teams, teams that are tenured in this business and teams that are new, just be respectful.
That's it.
Be respectful. Yep. Everywhere you are, be respectful of people's time. Yep. People have jobs to do. Yep. You know what I mean? So when you think that you're just, that don't really mean nothing, it's somebody that there's accountability. Yep. Somebody has to be accountable for everything.
Everything. Thinking
that, it's cool to go back and raid the lunchroom. Right. It's other people that haven't eaten.
People got to eat.
People have to eat. That's why they have lunch tickets. That's why they have whatever these things are. They're preparing for the people that are on the road to take care of you while you're out there, so that you don't, because most of the times you don't have time to go somewhere and go get food. Mm-hmm. Most of the people that are the crew, they never leave the venue.
Never leave the venue. Yep.
Ever.
Yep. They go from 10:30 in the morning to.
They go from the bus to the venue, or to the hotel, to the venue, or wherever it is. But they're not like, oh yeah, while we were in Nashville, I was able to go to get me some hot chicken from such and such.
Gotcha.
No.
Yep.
That's not how it works, because there's jobs that need to be done. Mm-hmm. So that's why I say just people being mindful and having accountability about what's going on around them on these tours, because you hear so many horror stories of artists that just come into these places and they just think, oh yeah, I'm the artist, so
to move how I want to move.
I move how I want to move. Like, no, that's just not how it goes.
And every city is different in terms of what those requirements are going to be. Like, we go to a city like Boston, which is the only city where we had a laser light spacing restriction on stage. Mm-hmm. And I get the call at 6 something. I'm at the hotel doing my routine, getting ready. I don't leave the hotel till 7. They're saying, hey, the union here wants to show you where you can't go on stage. And I'm like, I can't go on stage? Like, they're very serious about these laser lights, and they want to make sure, safety is first for them in terms of how they view it, and they have marked off the stage where you can't go. I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll see when I get there. No, you don't understand. They want to see you now before they even open the doors. Right. To show you where you can and can't go, and make sure it's not going to be an issue. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. So I got to hurry up my routine, because first and foremost, I want the doors open. Yeah. I want the people to get in there to be able to see Fly Guy and see Carl and see, And so I'd never been through this, but I'm like, it's their building. Let me go see what's going on. And so we get to the building, and they literally have, if we put it together, close to 30-40% of the stage marked off. Where I couldn't go. Where me and Lonnie couldn't go, where you couldn't go on that stage. And I was like, it was like, how does this work for you? And I was like, yeah. Your house rules. Let's work. And they were so
they were ready to argue. Because they're used to arguing.
They're used to artists. No, I can't. I need to be able. No, just cool.
Respecting the house.
Safety first. This is how y'all rock. Let's rock.
Right.
And we used all 60% of the rest of the stage that was left, and had an amazing show. And they were so impressed that right there was so easy for them. We appreciate you guys, because they were standing by ready to press the button. If either one of us would have went into those restricted areas, they were gonna press that button. Show was over.
Right. That wasn't Boston because I wasn't in Boston. That was where was it? I gotta think of where it was.
It was Boston.
No. Because I didn't do the Boston show. I didn't do the Boston show. I did this show that you're talking about. I just can't think of.
That was definitely Boston. You weren't there then.
No, because
Boston.
we had. Remember when I was at one of the shows I was at? It was a laser light restriction too.
Probably two. It had two shows.
Okay.
But this was Boston was the biggest one. Boston was like
they was cutting the stage off.
I had a runway.
Wow.
Sit and then a space in the front. It was definitely Boston.
Okay.
And then I'm not sure where else. But yeah. So it's being respectful to these guys in their city, in their space.
Yeah.
They have things that they have to abide to. Do your job, man.
Allowing people to do their job.
And if you're saying in the interest of safety, then why do I want to buck that?
Right.
You trying to keep me safe? I want to fight you on that?
Sometimes ego just gets in the way of that. But that's why, you look up and, there are so many venues that you've done repeat business with.
Yeah.
Because when your name comes up, this is how it's laid out to them. They're like, oh, no, we love him. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to, the boss lady at the Palms.
Yeah.
Crystal. Amazing. She was amazing to us, and we had conversations just about, doing more stuff over there and doing stuff at the Pearl and doing stuff with the Palms because of how we are with our business. Mm-hmm. She appreciated, how we came through and handled ourselves professionally. Yeah. And did a great show. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I think that is something that's really important for artists that are coming up. Just be respectful of the house, man. Just come do your job. Yeah. Go do your job, And
make sure your people are respectful.
And your people, because they are a representation of you. Everybody that is with us on this road represents Tank First, myself, Lulu. They represent R&B Money.
Yep.
Doesn't matter who you are.
Yep. Like there's a saying that people always like to use, like, no, I'll be the bad guy. But don't overstep that.
Right.
Right?
Right.
There's you being the person who ensures that things are the way they are supposed to be.
Right.
Right.
Or being an asshole.
But in being an asshole. Those are two different things. Two different things. And so, again, with my team, I love my team because we pride ourselves. We are all in the people business.
Yeah.
My whole team, we're in the people business. And more importantly, like we want to have a good time, man.
And we had a good time.
We ain't all that stuff that everybody on. I don't know what I don't know what they on. Yeah. We on a good time.
Yeah.
We laugh together. We watch series together, like crack joke. Like we did all of that together. Like me, you know how I am. I'm like, we all at one hotel.
Right.
Ain't no A, B team, C team, and then put them at the motel. No. They gotta be where I'm at. I gotta be able to see my team. I gotta be able to laugh and crack a joke or two. I gotta be able to make sure that they good, and like that's how it has to be for me.
Yeah.
Never been able to operate any other way. So there's that. Your favorite city?
My favorite city?
Not to say all the cities weren't good.
Yeah, because we had you know what, bro? I can honestly say they really showed up and showed out in every city. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's not like I'm not about to say what my favorite was, but just when I look back at every city that I went to, which I went to at least 15 of them. Yeah. Maybe 20, somewhere in there between 15 and 20. And bro, the love was crazy.
It's crazy.
The love was crazy. Honestly, this is going to throw a lot of people off. Because it's a smaller city. But it was because of the venue. Mm-hmm. Raleigh.
Raleigh was crazy.
Singing in that opera house or whatever that was. You know what I mean? Like
Raleigh was nuts.
Because they usually have, it's tuned.
Sonically, it's just
for music. It's
ready for the world. Yeah.
They don't have anything else that have music there. The place we that we did in Raleigh. And I think for me that really just hearing it.
Yeah.
And plus I had a chance to kind of go out into the orchestra and watch your performance after I got off stage.
Yeah, because you was up on the thing.
And really, really listen from that point. And I'm like, yo, this is really dope. Because from a sonic standpoint, and the crowd was cracking. The crowd was cracking everywhere. But but from a sonic experience for me, I really enjoyed Raleigh.
Nice.
I did. What was your favorite?
I have favorites for different reasons. Right. Selling out DC 2 shows, selling out the MGM 2 shows in a row was like, that was probably my favorite moment.
And I hit 17 on roulette.
You hit 17? Yeah.
Yeah, hit 17 on roulette.
That selling out that and selling out LA are my 2 favorite moments. Because it's like,
no, that's great. That's great.
It's home. And you never, like, home, you just never know how people gonna pull up.
Yeah.
Like people.
We already know him. Sometimes they get that.
Cool. That's I
the
see
vibe.
him all the time. We talk all the time. But all those people showed up, bro.
Yeah.
Like pulled up. And, for me, it's like, I want the support, but I also want my people to be there. You know what I mean? I also want to be able to, I bought an extra 40 tickets to make sure that whoever wanted to be there could be there. And there were people, people who paid, I already got my tickets, dog. You good.
Right.
And other people that was like, what I'm saying, I need 3, dog. I got you. Here you go.
Right.
And those moments were amazing to me, to be able to show up in places that I call home and people just give the love. Raleigh was crazy. But that Chicago
and Atlanta, as far as from like, but before we go into that,
okay,
I must shout out the young lady in Raleigh, because like you said earlier, I don't really do the meet and greets. I don't, you know what I'm saying, like, because, and this is something that people have to understand too. With me, I think they just think like, oh, well, Jay just don't want to, like, before I get on stage and when I get off stage, I go right back into R&B Money President.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, no real shit. Like, where I have to now go talk to people about where people's seats are, or go figuring out, or me and Lulu got to have a conversation. He's like, brother, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got to make sure that we got it, so we go back into our business, as soon as I'm either right before I go on, we on that. And as soon as I get off, if there's anything some mishaps, or if I got to holler at the people from Live Nation real quick, or it's something that happened I get right back into that. So sometimes it takes me, a minute to, just take care of that before I can go and just
out of that space
and enjoy, the artist side of it, which I said it on the, on the tour introduction episode. It's not my tour. I'm very understanding of that and very appreciative that you want me to come out and rock with you, but I still am very mindful. Like, yo, this is Tank's tour. This has to work. This has to rock a certain way. Yeah. We're presenting ourselves a certain way, other than me pulling up at the meet and greet with a drink. Like, yeah. So everything good. I mean, like, I still got to do business, and it's something that's we talk about all the time. What we're doing has never been done. It's never been done. And that's not saying like we're banging on our chest, but we're just saying like this, there is no one that can tell us how to do what we're doing.
Right.
There's never been an artist, manager, artist, partner in a company that are both doing music side, creative side, and business side. Yeah. It's just tough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, but in Raleigh, I'm not sure how she figured out how to get to me. I don't know if it was through Lulu or through Tobe or whoever it was. But a young lady, they brought her so she could meet me after the Raleigh show. And this is my first time experiencing this. And she started hyperventilating and crying. And I didn't really know how to react to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, no, don't cry. don't. I'm just regular old Jay. But it was really dope. It was really dope, man. And I appreciate her just, feeling feeling comfortable and free enough to have that type of emotion toward me and what I do in music, because I had never experienced that.
Right.
I had never experienced that. And it was a really cool moment. I was glad that, I was able to take pictures with her. And I don't know if it was either a friend or family member I think, and they might have been family, but just I got a chance to take pictures with them. You know what I mean? And tell them thank you.
Yeah.
And it was a really cool moment for me. That was like my highlight of my tour moment for me, of being like, damn, that's crazy that somebody would feel like that toward me.
Yeah.
Cause I don't.
You don't go. You don't go to absorb it. You don't go to. You know what I'm saying? You don't go to smell those kind of flowers.
Yeah.
Like you stay very much away from anything that any sign of accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? Any sign of I did that. Like you stay far away from that, which so many people wanted to give you. Yeah. On that tour, so
they showed me a lot of love through Instagram.
And even on stage, like it was like. It's always fun for me, knowing when you walk out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We experienced that on the New Edition tour.
Yeah.
Where that first started really warming up. Yeah. And then I think on this tour, it was like I was getting messages like, that motherfucker, you better bring Jay with you. You better bring that motherfucker Jay with you. Jay better be at this show. It was almost like what's the ones that land the ship? The mothership?
You said they land the mothership?
They land the mothership. What's my guy? From back in the day.
What is it?
Not P-Funk.
They had the mothership. George Clinton.
George Clinton.
Uh-huh.
It's like, you the mothership. So they were always waiting for the mothership to land at every show. Yeah. Where was Jay? I was like, oh yeah, he ain't make this one. Like, oh man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it was great. It was great to see that. It was great to see that.
It was great to experience it.
Yeah, once we get to the West Coast and I'm like, we doing Up. And I was like, you want to do Up? He was like, I mean, do you want me to do Up? Like, nigga, I'm asking you because I want you to do Up.
Because that's the thing, bro. Like, I think I'm so used to people expecting things that I never expect anything. I'm always in a space and mind of this space belongs to you first. If you allow me in that space, I'm very appreciative of that. Yeah. And I'm rolling. Yeah. Let me know what it is. But I'm never thinking, oh yeah, it's just, you know what, I'm about to pull up and once again, artists, be respectful of someone's stage and once again, their house. Yeah. This tour, this was your house. Like, yes, it's the R&B Money Tour. Granted, we are R&B Money. Yeah. But this is Tank's tour. This is somewhere for you to present the way you want to present. Yeah. You know, and even from a business side of it, understanding, like when you would tell me, you like, Tank, I mean, Jay, I need this, I want. And I'm like, okay, bro, it's your tour. Here are the costs for that. You know what I mean? Yeah. But if this is what you feel like you need to get off what you got to get off and what you want to present to these people, I'm rolling with you. Let's figure it out how to get it. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to talk you down on everything. I just need to tell you you know, the business side of it, of like, hey, bro, it's gonna hurt. This gonna sting right here, you know. But then as far as just you granting access to your stage, like I said, bro, I couldn't thank you enough. Yeah. You know what I mean? It was an amazing moment, and it was cool for me to see it because I think I don't, and you know this, I don't look at myself in that way. I just look at myself as someone who does music. Yeah. I don't know if I really look at myself as an artist or an executive. I just look at myself as not even just does music, who does entertainment. Yeah. I always just want to be in the entertainment world. So whatever that job is at that time, I'm rolling with.
Just is what it is. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But Chicago, Atlanta, San Francisco.
Bro, which was crazy. Because, you know, full transparency, San Francisco was a problem.
It was a tough market ticket-wise.
Tough market ticket-wise. And those people showed up in that room.
And went.
And acted a fool.
Yeah. But, you know, and I'll talk about that because I'm from there. And you and I had this conversation backstage. most of the urban community has been moved out.
Yeah.
So the percentage of our crowd, honestly, in San Francisco at this point is very low. So you may get a trickle from some of the people that are still in Oakland, which they're moving us out of there too. You know, I'm a Bay Area guy, so I I know these numbers. So people are moving closer to Sacramento. Sacramento sold out.
Sold out. Yep.
Bigger venue, bigger everything, sold out.
Yeah.
A lot faster, the whole thing, because most of our black people, it's so expensive to live in San Francisco and Oakland now that it's tougher to do concerts up there, because it's not only our concert that was having issues there. Because I really looked into it. A lot of the shows that are coming up to the Bay now, it's becoming trickier and trickier to really sell hard tickets up there, because it's tech and it's people that aren't listening to R&B and rap.
Yeah.
And urban music. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a harder sell.
Well,
but the people that pulled up for us
pulled all the way up.
Put all the way up. Pulled all the way up.
I'm talking about energy on 1,000.
Yeah.
I mean, it helped that we had a gang of family in there.
Yeah. No, that was the toughest date for me, because trying to accommodate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that was your city.
Just accommodating all the people. Obviously, the ticket side of it is cool, but then of course everybody wants to come backstage.
Got to come backstage.
The backstage at that venue was only a hallway.
Yeah.
So it's like, shit, what do I even?
They figured it out.
We figured it out though. And we had a good time.
Yeah.
And we had a good ass time.
That concert, I was like, okay, this concert I can go, but I ain't got to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because it may not be crazy in capacity. You know what I'm saying? And we got Vegas as the last show. That's gonna be a big show.
Yeah.
I walked out on that stage, bro.
I mean, we heard him when Carl. We heard when Fly Guy.
When Keri was out there, I was like, "What's going on out?" I had to ask, like, "What the fuck is going on out there?" He was like, "Keri rocking." I was
Rumble
like,
in
"What?"
the jungle out that motherfucker.
I said, "Oh, they want the shit."
Yeah.
I walked out on that stage, man. I said, "Listen, I can't hold back.
Yeah.
It is what it is."
Yeah.
Of course, Chicago, but Vegas was special to me too. Last show, one of the shows. Which show did I bring the kids up on?
That wasn't Texas.
Was it? It wasn't. I was able to bring my kids out. My kids got to see the show. That was really cool.
Yeah. No, it wasn't Texas. That was the first. That was the first.
Brought my daughter and my son on stage. My wife was there, and they got to sing. But going back to Vegas, I wake up on the bus, and I'm walking in the building, and Toby's like, "Oh yeah." And I'm like,
oh yeah, I already know what you about to say.
Everybody's looking at me like, "Oh yeah." Nate's like, "Oh yeah." I'm like, "What are y'all talking about?" And I walk in, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like
fucking screen.
That LED wall, the size of the building. They was like, "We're using this."
Yeah.
And I'm so, I got OCD, so I'm so used to what we use and the way it looks and is framed. I'm like, "Are y'all sure?
Right.
It's gonna work with us?" They said, "Oh, we're sure." I was like, so we don't need to set them up. We're not using your walls. Right. We're using this wall.
This wall.
And I was like, I kind of decide what we're using. It's
like, nah,
tonight.
It's a video game tonight. That's what. Remember I told you, I was like, you about to be out there looking like a motherfucking White Walker from Game of Thrones,
bro.
You about to be taller than a bitch out here,
bro. It was incredible.
Nah, that wall was incredible.
When I saw the video playback from people's Instagram, it was crazy.
It was crazy. And the energy in that building was up.
I mean, that again, that's a studio room.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So people don't know that you can. There's a state of the art studio upstairs. SSL the whole nine.
Right.
Where you can literally record your show live straight to the studio and mix it.
Yeah.
So that room is set up for that type of thing. And my first time, performing in that room was with Babyface. Shout out to Babyface, who also pulled up in LA.
Because we can't brush over LA. Because LA was a moment.
Shout out to the Aces who pulled up for me.
Yeah. They
WNBA
good people.
Team.
That was my first time meeting them. They was good people.
Love them to death.
Shout out to the WNBA.
Period.
Yeah.
Because I've been going to WNBA games.
He has been going to the games, been singing the national anthems at the games, for the Sparks, for the Aces, like really, really rock. Listen, let's go back to Tank playing in a celebrity game and getting his ass kicked by the girls.
Whoa.
No. Like, listen. Hey, Tank, they kicked your ass. They kicked your ass.
No.
You play good.
They kicked the team's ass.
You were part of the team. Don't do that. You don't be that guy. Y'all lost by 77 points,
We lost by 50. That is, the team lost. I won.
Let me tell you, you know what, I think we talked about this story too, about how Tank is at Dave and Buster's talking crazy to these women, these professional basketball players. And one of my friends just happened to be a sports agent and calls me and she says, they're going to kick your guy's ass tomorrow. I said, what did he do? What did he do? He said, David Buster's talking crazy to everybody about what he going to do in this game tomorrow. And then they end up losing by.
It started at Dave and Buster's, where I started kind of get the glimpse of this might not go the way I think it's going to go.
Yeah, but you couldn't. You were already there.
I'm at the shooting machine, the big shooting machine, and I'm like, "What you want?" And I cannot think of this young lady's name. She was one of their shooters, and she's like, "However you want to do it." I was like, "Well, let's go." She proceeds to beat me by like 20. I was like, "Let's do it again." I think she might have beat me by 30 the next time, and I was like, "Whatever."
Why should we get on the
That's
real
y'all
court?
ass tomorrow. You guys, that's you. And at that moment, I'm thinking, shit.
Yeah.
They're pros.
Yeah.
And when we get to the arena, I said to all the guys, Flex and all these guys, I said, listen, they're women, but do not let that fool you. These are pros.
They're pros.
And if we don't get out here and play, they're going to fuck us up. And they were chill in the first half, just kind of, we was all having a good time. Michael Clark Duncan was out there, God rest his soul. What's my other guy, a light-skinned guy?
I know he's talking about. They used to play football.
Yep, I can't think.
Something White.
Brian White.
Brian White, yeah.
And then that second half kicked in.
Mm-hmm.
And they just started.
We're pros. It turns to pros versus Joe.
They started doing pro shit.
Yeah.
And I just started losing the players. I didn't know where the person I was
Iverson cut.
I didn't know
Zipper.
Where she I didn't know where she was. She was over there shooting the three. I was like, someone help.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I ended up, with my 20 and 10. You know what I'm saying?
You a sick individual.
And
you still know your stats from a game you lost.
You know
by
damn
50
well I know my stat because it was a moment. I'm on the bench. I catch the ball on the right there at the 3-point in the corner, and I'm on their bench side. And girl pull up on me. They like, lock that nigga, lock him down. He ain't got nothing. Jab, dribble hard, cross back. Allen Iverson fade away. Yak! I turn and look at the show. I'm like that, right?
And how much are y'all down at this point?
We're down like 40. Right? but like I said, they lost. I won.
Shout out to me.
Listen, I saw. It was the girl who your girl repped, the center. She repped her. She was like the star
Fowles.
Center. Was that who was?
Sylvia Fowles, I think, back. Yeah, yeah.
She came across Michael Clark Duncan's chest when he was going to the basket like he stole something. Michael Clark Duncan hit the ground.
I'm pretty sure that's Sylvia Fowles.
I saw grown men complaining.
They hacking.
All they doing is they cheating, bro. You gotta stop this shit. I was like, I told y'all.
So shout out to the WNBA.
Shout out to the WNBA.
They are not playing games.
And
before they were fouling Caitlin Clark, they were fouling Michael Duncan. Michael Clark Duncan.
Because I Teaspoon, like Spoon. I remember we used to stay in this. I used to stay at this big building. It was an apartment and a hotel in New York, like around on 34th or something like that, Lexington, something like that. And they used to stay there, and I used to say, "Y'all going to game? Y'all got games?" They, "Yeah, we got games." And I used to go to like Liberty games every time I could sneak in there. Like since then, this is like 2001.
No, you've been a supporter.
Absolutely. Ty Young,
yeah.
Now she's a coach over there.
Showed up to the show in Chicago for us.
Pulled up to the show in Chicago. You know, she's coaching. I remember my intro to the Aces was her playing with the Aces.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so going there and like it's just, I think it's just an amazing league. I think it's just an amazing thing that they're doing, and shout out to them for coming to the show. And now to LA, where just shouting out, I think just one of the greatest R&B and music figures of just all time, Kenneth Babyface.
Babyface. The face himself pulled up, man.
Pulled up
on us, man. Set side of the stage.
The whole show.
I got to dap him up. It's my guy for 100 years. Yeah, it's my guy. But he sat on the right side of the stage.
Yeah, that's your side.
And that's where I come out on that side of the stage. And being able to like tap him before I go out on stage. Like I'm going to remember that moment for my rest of my life.
None better than that.
Rest of my life.
No better than that.
And you know me, it's funny because we laugh about this all the time. I'm the king of telling somebody watch this, right? Because and that's the energy that the crowd on this tour was giving me. Like I knew what was coming. Yeah, with my walkout, and as soon as I started singing and that vibe that we were having, and for Babyface to be able to see me in that, in that space.
I don't think he's seen you in that space.
Never.
Ever. Yeah.
We wrote songs together, but he's only known me as a writer.
Right.
And producer and, businessman. But like as an artist, never. My whole life. That I've known him, my adult life. Yeah. You know what I mean? Where, that's Jay. He manages thing. Oh, that's Jay. He writes songs. That's Jay. He about to hit this stage.
Yeah.
So that was really cool, man. I appreciate him. And he kicked it with us too, though. It wasn't like he like popped his head in and got up out of there. Like
him and Rika, like
he was backstage with us, kicking it.
Tapped in. She's hysterical.
Yeah.
They always dress like they both have a show.
Yeah.
They drip.
They put that shit on.
Drip it.
They put that shit on.
And that was like for me, like I'm like, nigga, Babyface is here.
Yeah.
I just, it's never. He doesn't realize it, but it's never normal for me. It's never normal. Right. It's never like, oh, yeah, it's Babyface. I know. No, it's always like, nigga, Babyface.
Yeah, Babyface.
He can be anywhere he wants to be.
Yeah.
Anywhere. And he's in there kicking it with us, man. Shout out to Mookie.
Mookie Betts pulled up on us.
Come on, man.
Mookie Betts pulled up on us. Broke hand and all.
Here's what's crazy. Like, these kids were fanning out. Like, completely fanning out. Like, Judah, who was with us, who came with us, was on the Zoe's Friends. He was like, are you serious? You serious right now? Nobody else mattered.
Yeah.
And Jessica, who was there, her son found out that Mookie was there. She's like, you didn't get a picture with him?
Yeah.
What do you mean? You didn't talk to him? Like losing their mind.
Nicest guy, though.
Nicest guy ever.
Humble.
Him and his lady, man, super cool, man. Shout out to the Dodgers for pulling up, man.
Yeah, no, that was really cool, man. That was really cool. And that's something too that like the major cities like Los Angeles, it has that element. Yeah. Where you just never know who might be in the building. It can
have that element.
Yeah, you never know who might be in the building because, shout out to, you know who came and just literally didn't come backstage and just literally sat in crowd?
No.
Eric Bellinger.
I saw a picture of him.
Eric Bellinger was
there. I saw a picture of him with everybody in the friends and family room, and I didn't see him.
He just came and kicked it, bro. He just came and kicked it.
That's my guy.
Yeah, because he had hit me, and then Omarion pulled up, set side of the stage, hopped out.
I came out when I came out on one of my breaks.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at him. I was like, "Yeah, You here? He's like this, I'm here. I said, are you here though? Are you here? He's like this, I'm here, big bro. What's happening? I was like, cool. I'm glad you said that.
Pulling your ass on stage.
I'm gonna need you in 12 minutes.
Yeah.
And just the love he got. I mean, it's LA.
Yeah, now this tour, bro, this tour was special because it made us uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like we're growing.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like they said, if you really want to grow, you got to be uncomfortable.
Yep.
And I feel like as a team, we're growing. We're adding to our repertoire, as they would say, by being able to say, no, we can do that.
Yep.
We know what it takes to do that.
On a level.
We didn't fold. We had moments where we could have folded, bro. Like we had moments where we could have folded where it was like, ooh, all right, well, what we do now? We figure it out.
Let's go get them.
You know what I mean? And I think that it was so important for us all to be in this experience together and be able to, rise from it and feel successful.
It's believing in each other. It really starts there. It starts with understanding that the people that we have in all of these positions are extremely capable.
Yeah.
Extremely beyond capable and qualified. And trusting that and just rocking with it.
Yeah. What was the drip you had on this tour, man? What was it, Give us the what kind of drip you had on, man?
Shout out to Mary.
Yeah.
That provided the suit.
Come on, Mike.
With the sequin and the glitter lining that I went and just had custom fitted to my cuerpo, to my body.
Yeah.
Just to make sure it fit me just right, but still loose enough to give it a little flair when I move. To when I bailar, when I do this, baby. Shout out to Gucci on my feet. Shout out to Gucci on my sock.
Yeah.
Shout out to my brother Thrash on the custom silk shirts.
Yes.
Custom silkies. Those aren't you can't get those silkies nowhere.
They turn the fit up.
You have to call him. You told me wear the white shirt. You told me, and I got the white shirt.
Come on, man. We in this thing together, man.
And I got the white silky made from Thrash, and just pieced that together, man. And it just did what it did.
Yeah. Nah, you was clean, bro.
It did what it did.
You was clean.
Yeah, I was.
Then you had Lonnie out there clean too.
I had Lonnie in a Mary top.
Yeah.
Which I told him would fit him great.
Yeah.
Except you're gonna look like a star in this. I think the pant he had on was maybe either a Hugo Boss or a McQueen.
Yeah.
It's one of the two because we was deciding through the two. And then he had a nice simple sparkle Giuseppe.
Yeah.
Shoot there. I mean, I don't know what his sock was doing, but you know what I'm saying? I'm going to get into the man's sock.
Lonnie don't look like he wears socks, man. I ain't one of them niggas put on a designer shoe with no socks
with
on.
A gym sock.
Like, Lonnie, you can't just put on the Nike Dry Fits with
Dry Fit. And that was
y'all was fly though, bro.
Yeah, and I reached out to Amiri and Michael Mary. I was like, hey man, I'm wearing your clothes. You think we can do something together? They never hit me back. So if you get a chance, hit Amiri, tell him I'm down to collab.
See, if you keep bullshit, Michael Mary, we're gonna have to go ahead and make Malik Amiri make
Malik
this motherfucker. And you won't get that sale. Okay? So look out for my brother. Look out for my brother.
Ultimately, shout out to everybody who came to the tour, everybody who pulled up, everybody who bought tickets,
yes,
everybody who tuned in on people's lives when people were live watching. I don't care how you internalize the tour. I'm just glad you got to see it. We're a part of it. The people who bought merch, thank you. We're gonna put some more merch from the tour up on the site so you guys can buy it and at least feel like you was a part of it a little bit. And the rest is history. It was I was sad it was over, but I was happy it was over because I'm ready for the next thing. Yeah. I would love to take this overseas. This would be great to take this overseas.
It would. It would be really dope.
Really dope. We'll talk about that, but I'm ready for the next R&B Money Live Nation Urban collab.
And
what is that?
The Toyota Next Up challenge.
Shout out to Toyota.
The
Toyota Next Up.
Yeah.
Shout out to those
and to
artists.
The Anderson sisters.
To Anderson sisters.
Yeah, Tracy and Dana.
Yep. And those artists who pulled up. I think we should bring those artists on. Get into what they're doing. That experience on that stage. Matter of fact, if we can shout them out.
Yeah.
In Dallas, it was Miracle and Colton. I Am Colton. They rocked. In Houston, it was Savannah, Jack Freeman.
Yeah.
They rock. Atlanta, Lexia J, Remy Williams. Remy Williams. They rocked. DC, Alicia, and Kenny Sway. They rocked. Chicago, D. Lyles.
Yeah.
And as like a last minute addition in Detroit, I hit my guy Upshaw. I was like, what you thinking? He's like, say less.
Yeah.
Because he had opened actually for me before on the other tour when I was having people open. I just thought, I just like dude's energy, man. I thought he was dope. And so we brought him out. So we're gonna get them on the pod, man, and turn them up.
Absolutely. We have to do that. Yeah. And don't let me forget. Mm-hmm. Our brother pulled up on us in San Francisco. Adrian
Marcel. I love that brother,
up.
man.
Man, he's such great energy. Him, his team,
whole
everybody
team.
with them, man. Like they move how we move, man. Where like people enjoy having them around.
Yep. We
shout out to them. Shout out to Sonny B. Shout out to them girls, man. Shout out to them.
Like and chopped it up. Like it's always a life lesson. It's always that when we get together and sit down. Like it's like we get past the surface so fast, man, and get into that shit.
Yeah.
And that's why I love that brother, man, and all the people around him, man. It's more to life.
Yes.
When it comes to those guys. It's not just music, man.
We rooting for them.
Yeah.
We're absolutely rooting for them, man. And I'm glad that, he answered the call. Cause I hit him. I'm like, yo, bro.
Yeah.
You had hit me early on. I ain't forgot.
Yeah. I
Pull
love
up.
that brother.
Pull up, man.
I love Adrian.
And they came and did their thing.
Yeah, I love Adrian. Wow. One tour down,
man. Let's go.
Be on the lookout. The R&B Money Festival.
Yeah. That's where we headed.
We want to give you that stage. We want to highlight. For R&B, man.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not us?
It needs to be done.
It's got to be done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The pod will be there.
Yeah.
Everything R&B Money will be there. All things R&B Money, and you will be there too. We got to pick a city. Y'all let us know what city y'all want the festival in. We got to pick artists.
Yeah.
What artists do you want there? We want all of them there.
Yeah.
We want all of them there.
I'm going as I said before we even did this tour. I'm going as a fan. Like even being on this tour, I was literally finding my spaces to watch the shows.
Yeah.
To watch everybody set. Like I really enjoyed everybody that was on this tour. Like it wasn't a thing where I was like, man, let's just get through such and such and set. Like no. This and that's why I'm glad that we curated the way we did.
Yeah.
With the artists that we wanted to have on this road with us.
Yep.
Because I enjoy listening to their music every night, just like you do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was really important, man. So in the future, I would love to be able to pick the 4 or 5 artists that we put together as a package, take out on the tour. Maybe we host it, maybe we sing, maybe we whatever it is, but
super dope.
We keep this thing going.
Yep. Because we got to be tuned into the future.
Yes.
We got to be tuned in to making sure that the platform is preserved and protected.
Yeah. Oh, and all of the tour merch that for the cities that we weren't able to hit, you will be able to get tour merch at the R&B Money Shop. R&B Money Shop. Yep. Shout out to everybody who bought candles too.
Candles.
I appreciate y'all.
Oh, you smell good.
Yeah.
Ooh, smelling good. That's it, man. That's the R&B Money Tour, man. I appreciate you, my brother.
Man, thank you for having me, bro.
A lot of good work, man. Putting that together and executing that. Shout out to my team. Shout out to Keri and her team. Shout out to Carl and his team.
Yeah.
DJ Fly Guy. Shout out to Headline Entertainment, Mike Gardner.
Yeah. Before we go, we only had one after party. Only had one after party. And they tried to tell us not to go.
They tried to. Man.
They tried to tell us
tried.
that we don't need to party with our people.
They tried to, man.
Wrong. We showed up. We had an amazing time. Wasn't no drama. Wasn't none of the foolishness.
Shout out to Chris Brown.
And his team.
Whole team.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It felt like a hometown party.
It felt like back in the day, bro.
It felt like being home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I even sang randomly. I just randomly sang.
I was surprised you were singing.
Yeah. You looked up and was like, wait, is that Jay?
We'll get some.
Nah, man, but it, you know.
Shout out to my brother D9.
We was out there in the Wild Hunters
J9,
is what they call it.
They called the Wild Hunters.
Yeah, they called it the Wild Hunters out there.
And we were out there and we were safe.
Yeah. And I love the post that you put up.
Yeah.
About being with our people.
Yeah.
And being with the people that truly support what we do and touching the people, man. Like, because you could, you know me, I'm a people watcher. So I'm looking around the room. I could tell there were people in there that was probably like
a little nervous.
Damn, they really showed up.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, I think a lot of that post was, you know, putting the responsibility back onto our people,
our community,
community.
Like, yeah, we gonna come, but
hey, we come, take care of us.
Take care of us.
We gonna take care. I promise. We gonna take care of you. We coming. We gonna show up and show out.
Yeah.
Now in return, take care of us.
Right.
And putting that responsibility back on them, and they were up for it.
Yeah.
They were up for it. They're like, "Nah, we got you. Y'all good."
Yeah, I got a chance to see too. CB's level of stardom. They were chasing his tour bus.
They were. If there were rails that they could have hung from, if they could have hung from the rails,
that nigga superstar dog
on his tour bus,
superstar dog,
they would have been hanging like this on the tour bus the whole.
I'm like, wow.
Way. Yeah. I was like, I'm famous, but. Some guys you just end up becoming security for.
Right.
Get off his bus!
And then,
hey!
and then there's that one fan who loves you that says, wait, but you're...
Ain't you Tank? Yeah, get off his bus! Hey! It's two people I always become security for. It's CB and Jamie Foxx. I just always end up becoming security.
Yeah.
Hey, back up. You're not doing pictures. What about you? I'm not working right now. I'm security. Everybody look out.
I'm Durrell right now.
I'm Durrell. This nigga's more famous than me. Look out.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, shout out to that, man. Shout out to Chicago for taking care of us. And that's it, man. R&B Money Tour. I'm proud, man. I'm happy.
Yeah.
It worked out the way it was supposed to work out. And we got more to come.
The people show love to us, man. They show love to us. Thank y'all.
Thank y'all so much. My name is Tank.
I'm J Valentine.
And this is the R&B Money Podcast, the authority on all things.
Yeah.
All things R&B, as you are starting to see. And this has been the R&B Money Tour recap. We appreciate you and we love you. We out.
R&B Money.